people too.
Deny your orders, prove it true.
I hear cops are people too. Deny your orders, prove it true. I hear cops are people too. Deny your orders, prove it true. I hear cops are people too. Deny your orders, prove it true. I hear cops are people too. Deny your orders, prove it true. I hear cops are people too. Deny your orders, prove it true. Cops are people too. Defy orders, prove it true. I hear cops are people too. Defy orders, prove it true. I hear cops are people too. Defy orders, prove it true. David! Please! I can't do both!
Oh, I didn't realize you were on both.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Okay. town hall. And I guess people that want to speak are going to sign up inside town hall. Everyone else is staying out there. Look at that runway. Somebody do the runway walk. If anybody's speaking, you should probably go sign up now. Well, then you don't have to.
I just got one word to say.
Yeah, he really wanted it to just be a couple people, right? So it didn't
Well, yeah, I'm saying that if they need to do it, they need to sign up before it starts.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah. Say hi to my viewers. Say hi to the viewers. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Drum it. Until it starts, so we're just out here making some noise and letting them know that we're here. We will not be silent. Does anybody have any questions? You can just use the little chat thing and I can answer your questions. I can see it.
Water fountain in here anywhere? Do you know?
Yes. The first hall over there?
Okay, thank you.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
How are you?
Good. Need some water. Hey, how are you?
Hi, gal.
I'm good. Are you guys speaking?
Maybe again.
Yeah.
Look, John, 6 o'clock. I went, I bet Ben is on that street.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I lost the stream, and then I got back up.
Oh,
but
you did? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But hey, Miriam, how are you?
Hello. Hi. How are you, Becca?
I'm good. How are you? Yeah, I did. I lost. I was so mad because I was. You really like it?
Bad.
Thank God, because I worked so hard on it.
Everybody remembers to tell you.
They did. They really did. They did a good job.
You did super.
Thank you
I
so
can't believe
much.
you do all that.
Well, I enjoy it, so yeah, I do. All right, where can we sit?
Finding us a seat. Hey, you have a joy.
Is this reserved?
So I think it's more emails. I don't know if you got the links.
Hey, Steve. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty.
You're an older woman than I am. I have to have a couple layers over my t-shirt.
I get hot really easily. Boy, can I sit in there? Can I sit down there? Okay. Excuse me.
Look through.
Wherever you want to go.
Thank you.
Coming in or staying that there?
I figured I'd get a seat.
Probably a good idea. Once they're all taken, it won't be. Is there anyone else?
Huh?
Is there anyone else? Is there something they decided now?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
First time it's happened. It's quite amazing. But they're still making a lot of things happen. Especially in the Asian countries. They're on this crazy. It's like white on rice.
There's Steve.
It's amazing.
I'm wondering if I should go back outside. It's more exciting out there. How about you guys decide? You want me to stay in here and keep my seat or go outside?
It's good. Why does it cost more? Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, it's way too hot in here. I'm gonna have to go. I got 20 minutes.
It's gonna get hotter.
I got 20 minutes.
I noticed.
All right. You open it? We got about 20 minutes. Where are you guys going?
To the street.
Street?
Show the world.
All right. Going to the street. After this car, you can take it. Watch out. So once the meeting starts, I'm going to go inside and grab myself a seat so you guys can hear everything that happens in the meeting. Basically what this meeting is they're going to touch on the fact that they had an internal review, and they're going to say that at the Yates building that using assault rifles on people that were peaceful protesters was okay. And we're here to say that we want an external review and that it was not okay, and they had no reason to use assault rifles. They don't even use assault rifles for, drug busts. They had extra ammunition. And the fact that they had extra ammunition and they detained reporters by throwing them on the ground for 15 minutes, they wouldn't let the reporters do their jobs. And they wouldn't even apologize for the fact that they did that. They wouldn't apologize for anything. They could have killed somebody, and it has happened before. So to say that it was okay is not something that Chapel Hill wants. We don't want that to be okay, for them to be using assault rifles on people. It was a public street. People were walking by. It was a Sunday afternoon. It was not okay to have assault rifles on Franklin Street. So we're fighting for an external review. Okay, I'm going to go inside and get a seat because the meeting's going to start soon. I don't want to lose a seat because once you lose a seat, you can't get in there. I want you guys to have a good front row seat. Get some more water. No, I'm Becca.
Okay.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
Looks like a terrorist action already. Alex and I made up an agenda.
What does it say? Oh, really? Oh, cool.
We're going to talk about
Now, I want one of those shirts. Where am I going to get it?
I can get you one.
Okay.
Do you want to give me your email or your phone number, and I'll get you one?
I will get you one.
Can I see yours? That's fantastic. You just did that, right? That's great.
Oh, I love it.
That's fantastic.
Hi, I know you.
I'm Bert. Ruth, yes, Ruth, good to see you. I love it. That looks like it's custom made.
I'm not as impressed with the size of the bag. Well, I've never been very impressed with it.
Oh, wow. Great idea. Nice.
When he came to Scarborough and spoke, when he was running for president, Dennis,
Oh,
he was running for president 8 years ago, he came to Scarborough.
I didn't even know that. I can't believe I didn't know that. Love the guy. Of course, he'll never get there, but I love the fight. He's good.
So, let's see here.
I have an extra pen if you do.
Do you want to write down your email or phone number for me? Do you have? Oh, okay, great. And I have a piece of paper.
Super.
Yeah. It's $7 covers the cost to make the shirt, so we ask you can donate anything above that, but we don't set a price. No, I have a long sleeve shirt underneath, so it's short sleeve.
Corporations are people. They do need to end the Constitution to overturn the system.
There's Mark Kleinschmidt right up there.
Okay. So the size I want would be small.
Okay, write that down. I think we do have smalls left. 2 smalls, okay. I'm Becca, by the way. So if you hear me, it's Becca.
Becca.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Thank you so much. One of my she saw my shirt and she said she's got to have one. She's going back to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And she says, I've got to get them riled up there. I want an
Do you see the back?
shirt. Great.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to get. Where do you get that from?
We make them. Yeah, I love the back. Yeah. It raises money for Occupy Chapel Hill.
I don't know where that is.
Oh, I can. You have to. You want to write down your name and what size you want? Oh.
What is it? $7 plus a donation.
It's $7 for us to make it, and then we ask that you give a donation above that, just because it would be.
Sweatshop free?
Huh?
Sweatshop free? Sweatshop free?
Yes, they're locally made.
Okay.
Yes.
She's doing all right. Let me know how to get it from you.
Yeah, I can bring it to you, or you can meet me somewhere. I work in Carrboro. I live in Chatham County, so I'm local. So we can make arrangements somewhere, meet at Weaver Street or something like that.
All of you.
How do they run?
Small, medium, large, extra large.
I know, but what you're wearing.
I'm wearing a large. They're really big, but I haven't washed it yet, so I don't know if it's going to shrink. They're pretty big, the large. I like big shirts, so And I don't know if it's going to shrink. I don't know. Do you like snug? Maybe a medium? You want to show off your beautiful figure?
Yeah, yours is a sweatshirt. I'd rather have this one.
This is the short sleeve. I just have a shirt underneath. Here, if you guys want to see. Here. See.
Yeah, I like them small. So you get the thing at the top. I don't like to have the message down here.
Thank you. So I'll give you a call.
Somebody. There you go. She must have got it for somebody. So what's attached? What do you have, a camera, and what's below it?
Oh, this is my extra battery.
Oh, okay.
Because my Ustream app, where this is live right now, people are watching live, and it drains my battery so quickly, so I had to get this extra battery that has 12 hours.
Camera?
This is my phone. Yeah.
And what are you watching?
This. I did the march, and now we're gonna live stream this.
Oh, we're going out to different places?
Yeah, I have 4 viewers. But then people can watch it later.
So you know when you have to?
Yeah, it says right here. And then they can talk to you, and you can chat with them, and they can ask you questions, and you can answer them. And yes, it is a nice one.
Good evening. Happy New Year. Welcome to this January 9th, 2012 business meeting of the Chapel Hill Town Council. Before we begin, Council, I just want to let you know that I had several requests for changes to the agenda. And I want to ask for your consent. There's been a request to move item number 14 and 15, consideration of the special use permit for Chapel of the Cross, forward in the evening, as well as consideration of the north side and Pine Hill community plan and proposed amendment to the
See the signs out there.
neighborhood conservation district. And then to take up the item number 11, the response to petition regarding the appointment of an independent review commission. Then to be followed by the library discussion.
One of them says defend north side.
Feedback from the council on that proposed agenda change?
Why don't we move all the business items up then? Why leave the library to them?
Well, the request I received were to move the Chapel of the Cross up, and we have several people here on items number 11 and 12, relatively few for item number 14 and 15, special use permit that I anticipate us being able to deal with pretty quickly. And then as to item number 12 coming before 11, actually some who were interested in item number 11 suggested to change to north side editor. Basically to put the order of the consideration for the November meetings. Consideration will need to comment on the NCD.
Well, I think part of the reason that people were requesting that is since that there's been a lot of public comments on item number 11. So if that's, and just gathering that public comment and passing it on to the Citizen Advisory Committee, I think I agree with Jean that we should try and go through the other business items first and leave that to the end so that we can have a sense of having time to leave your comments. So we'll have that for our discussion.
What would it entail to move a couple of these items to another meeting? Business items.
We could just vote on that. Because there's a couple of things to consider, particularly with as to the north side, Pine Hill NCD, the moratorium being imposed, I believe, ends on January 31st. Is that right, Andrew? So we want to make sure we take action on that. Provide.
Yeah. But so that we've got a little time on that.
Yeah, and then of course we might want to get some feedback on what the other January meetings would look like if we were to do that. What they look like.
Because, we always, I think that the council pretty much all agrees that once we go past a certain hour, we don't necessarily, it's harder to stay in the same level of focus. And if we basically put off the Yates discussion to the end, I don't know what time we might find ourselves at. So if we can move one or two of these items to another meeting, then we are not in jeopardy of running extremely late and finding ourselves with no choice but to go very late.
And so I'm looking at the proposed agenda at this point for January 23rd, which is next. And on that agenda, you have the update on the landfill in Rogers Road neighborhood. You have a report from the council, the Interfaith Council on the Good Neighbor Plan. You have a public review of conservation areas at Carolina North, and you have food trucks. And you have charter.
Do you know if those seats are reserved up there on this side?
I think we also have
Try and get closer so they can see. I want to go to this one.
Right.
Sorry, Dad.
So it's my understanding that tonight that you're going to be receiving the report from the organization, and then we'll be receiving comments from the public, and we refer to citizen advisory. So what is it that moving it to the end that we feel includes? I feel like folks are going to be giving us information that we're going to be using as part of the discussion, but we're not going to be having a discussion tonight.
No discussion tonight. So the council will just simply sit here and receive, ask questions. I'm not going to tell you all to keep your mouth shut. Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
I would like to be able to dispense with it, at least especially special use permit, and be able to receive comments from the community on both their report, as well as we need to make, I know we need to make progress. We need to move this North NCD issue. I think this evening, if we would have bumped into the same problem with charter.
Well, after hearing what we have on the 23rd, it seems like either tonight's meeting is going to go very late, and if we move something, that meeting is going to go very late. Because we have two time-sensitive issues also. We have the library, which is a time-sensitive issue also. So I'm agreeing with, I guess, Don and Jean that let's get down to the business and then leave the Yates discussion information at the end to the end.
Proceed through the, your recommendations, proceed through the agenda and moving 11 to the end.
Correct.
Any other comments? I'll take that as a motion then. All those in favor say aye. Okay, that's how we'll proceed with this evening. We'll first begin then with petitions from the public. We have one in our agenda materials. First one is from the Community Home Trust. Robert, I think you're here. I'm going to get used to now, and I'm sure the whole community looking over here. Second.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. My name is Robert Dowling. I'm the Executive Director of Community Home Trust. I have not just one, but two small petitions. I know both of these have to go to the staff. I'll be very quick. The first one, which was on the agenda, was a request that the town council support our request to county commissioners that they consider a reduced impact fee for inclusionary units that are sold to low-income home buyers.
It's I.
As the council knows, we community home trust implement the town's housing policy to develop required to provide housing for low-income people. However, they have to pay impact fees on those units. Nonprofits like ourselves in Hackensack, when we develop housing, we have to pay the impact fees. We can be reimbursed. Developers don't have an option to have reimbursed. The market has changed, as we're well aware. Back in 2003, 4, 5, 6, much stronger market, say a much weaker market, and we're requesting your support in our request to the county commission that they consider a reduction in the fee to developers. not at the expense of any nonprofits. Nonprofits would get first priority, and developers would get second priority. So that's a petition that's on the agenda. I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody has one about that one.
Are there any questions for Robert? Move to receive and refer. Second by Councilmember Pease. All those in favor say aye. Great. Can you have a second petition?
Thank you. Very quickly, I sent a letter to Lauren Clark. It's in your package, dated December 13th. Lauren thought it would be advantageous for you to present it as a petition so the council would hear it, and it could be referred to the staff. Related actually to the first petition, the market has changed. Back in 2007, I asked the council to eliminate the requirement that our home buyers live or work in Orange County if there's subsidy in the purchase after 90 days. If after 90 days we can't sell a home, I ask that the council eliminate that requirement that you either live or work in Orange County. And in 2007, you shortened it from live or work in Orange County from 1 year down to 6 months. Well, here we are in 2012, and we are having a tough time selling some properties. And in fact, we may actually be buying back some properties because we can't sell them. So I'm once again asking the council to eliminate the live or work in Orange County requirement if we can't sell a home after 90 days. If the council wanted to make 90, 120, that would be okay as well. But I think in 90 days we have a good sense if this house has marketability or not. If it doesn't, opening it up to people who don't live or work here. Of course, if they buy a home from us, then they do live here, and they become investors in our community. So that's my second petition, and I'm happy to answer any questions about that as well.
Any questions to receive and refer? Move to receive and refer. Second by Councilmember Storrow. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Great. Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you.
We have another petition in our materials. It's a petition asking us to adopt a resolution to amend the federal constitution to clarify that corporations are not people and money is not speech. The petitioner here this evening? I know she's...
Mayor, members of the town council.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm John Francisco. Although our northern property line is the southern boundary of Chapel Hill, we've lived in Chapel Hill with a mailing address since 1966. I was on the Chapel Hill Planning Board for about 10 or 12 years, from the late 70s through the 80s. This, however, is the first time I've appeared before the council since I left the planning board. I suspect Ralph can attest to that. I represent the Triangle Move to Amend organization. We currently have about 50 members. We started when 5 of us met at Sally Gerner's house, November 9th, and you'll recognize that's just 2 months ago. Sally is our organizer and our leader. Move to Amend is a national organization that embraces many already existing organizations as well as new groups such as ours. It was formed roughly a year ago to advocate amending the U.S. Constitution to affirm that corporations are not people and money is not speech. It provides educational information for us, and it provides various opportunities for us to share experiences. Of course, the proximal impetus for the formation of Move to Amend was the Citizens United versus the Federal Election Commission Supreme Court ruling on January 21, 2010. A Supreme Court decision can only be overturned by the people by amending our Constitution. Thus, Move to Amend advocates amending the U.S. Constitution by applying pressure to elected officials to propose, pass, and refer an amendment for ratification to the states. Well, what's the effect of defining corporations as persons? I'd like to call on Stephen Patterson, who's also one of our members, to talk about the effects on the election process.
Steve, I had the other petitioner here.
Thank you. Council members, thanks for hearing us. My name is Steve Peterson. I have lived in Chapel Hill for 16 years. I have a family with 2 kids in the public schools and have my own business. It has saddened and worried me to see how many people's financial situations are going downhill. And it has outraged me how special interests drive our politics at all levels of the government, with little thought as to what is best for us everyday people. The disastrous Citizens United decision by the Supreme Court held that money was essentially the same as free speech, and that corporations have the same constitutional rights as people. This decision rolled back years of campaign finance reforms and paved the way for large corporations and wealthy individuals to buy elections and influence through outspending the opposition. This decision should send a shiver through the 99% of us who are left only with one vote. Many agree that we can't let those with the most money drive our elections. Since the Supreme Court decision, as was said, the only way for our democracy to reflect the will of its citizens is through a constitutional amendment. There are many similar amendments being discussed across the country, but they all echo the same ideas: that spending money on elections is not the same as free speech, and that corporations are not people, so should not get constitutional rights. There are versions of this amendment floating through both houses of Congress. One is called the Saving American Democracy Amendment, and the other is called the Occupy Amendment. Many cities have supported this amendment, from Los Angeles, California, to Madison, Wisconsin. We ask that the town of Chapel Hill add its voice. Please support this resolution to stand with the many others wanting to get the big money out of our elections.
Thank you. Any questions for the petitioner? Lauren?
Move to adopt this resolution now.
Second.
The motion to adopt the resolution as presented and seconded by Councilmember Rich. Any discussion? Council? Great. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Great. Thank you so much for bringing this to us.
I hope that you feel proud of the fact that Chapel Hill did it 5 days after New York City did it.
Only because they met before we could meet. Okay, this is all the folks that have signed up to petition the council on items that are not on our agenda. Is there anyone else? So we'll move on to announcements by council members. Do council members have any announcements? I have a couple. One, I would like to make sure that people in the community know about Innovate 2020, which is part of our comprehensive planning process. Innovate 2020 is a unconference that will be held on campus at Hamilton Hall on the 21st of January. I know the organizers would appreciate signing up early so that they can make sure that they have adequate space available for generating the great ideas that we all expect to come from the unconference. And I also would encourage folks to continue to participate in the other 2020 events. This month is a very packed month when it comes to 2020. And I hope we can get this packed at all of those events remaining this month, as well as throughout the rest of the spring.
4 evening, 6 o'clock, retail and housing trends in Chapel Hill in this room.
Great. That's your next opportunity. And then the other announcement, I've been asked by our staff to remind folks that we're beginning the process of appointments to our boards and commissions. That regularly takes place towards the end of the spring, right before we recess for the summer. But applications are being taken now, as they always are, for that appointment process. And there are some, I believe, at the back of the room today. But the easiest way to apply for a board or commission is to, I believe, is to go online and through our website, apply for a board or commission. We have several of them that assist the council with its work, and we hope that you all participate. Any other announcements? Great, we'll move on to our consent agenda. There were 2 items that were pulled, item number 6 and item number 7. Lauren, you asked for number 6, which is the hours of the town parks. Is there something you take care of quickly? Or
yes.
Okay.
It's actually just a clarification from Roger that is this sort of a procedural thing where, not every particular place, can be open at the same, hours, or are you early where they expected it to be, open later. So is this just to get procedurally everything working the way it should, or?
Right, so that we can set the hours based on daylight or the use of the property and not have to bring everything back to the council to do that. So I wouldn't compare it to a program change. It's really about parks and hours open and that kind of thing, greenways, so we can establish those hours.
Okay, thanks.
Understood. The purpose of this is to allow staff just to take action and not have to always bring it before the council. But I think there's a bit of a danger here because I think following on what Lauren's saying, if all of a sudden a bunch of hours get changed, we may find citizen reaction to that. So I wonder if, at least as we transition from the prior approach to the proposed, that we could agree that you would bring us any proposed changes in hours as an information item for some period of time thereafter, I propose a year.
Sure. I think that'd be really helpful for some and the council members who receive the first phone call when something's not open, when they citizens believe it should be open.
Or even before it's on the agenda, we can send you an email, but we can also put it as an information item.
And then item number 7, Ed, the calendar item.
The item has kind of a uneventful title, amend council's meeting calendar, and it's to meet the request of the Orange County Board of Commissioners for a joint solid waste meeting with the elected officials of Carver,